Hi everyone, Ashish Kyal here. Very warm welcome to Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul. And it's a pleasure to be speaking here to every one of you on the concept or importance of time cycle and Ichimoku cloud. तो आज हम बात करने वाले हैं टाइम साइकिल और इचिमोको क्लाउड के बारे में और समझेंगे कि ये होता क्या है और कैसे टाइमिंग को यूज करना चाहिए, प्राइस एक्शन क्या होता है, भाव भगवान छे समय बलवान छे ऐसा कहते हैं और यही चीज पे बात करते हैं हम कि प्राइस के साथ टाइम को देखना कैसे इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड आई कैन सी मेनी ऑफ यू आर कमेंटिंग ऑलरेडी. थैंक्स फॉर द जीपीएस वर्किंग अमेजिंग. The levels of 18,660 which was given in the Twitter today, did you check that level? It worked such a magic. Nifty ka low tha 18,660.65 and reversed from there for more than 160 points of move on the upside. If you witness that power, those are the key levels that you can derive using the concept of time. तो जो लेवल्स आप देखते हैं, those levels are not necessarily price focused. Those levels are also focused by looking at the area of time where the time cycle support was there. That time cycle support starts acting as a classic area of reversal also. So ये सारी चीजें टाइम को समझने के बाद में मिलती है. तो दोस्तों, it's very important that you understand the concepts of time very well, and it's very simple. So unlike many of the technical analysis methods that you might practice, which you are not sure about, so for example, by using an indicator like MACD, you might find it as a signal, but try and think one thing. MACD is a derivative of a price and time. So जो MACD का indicator derive हुआ है दोस्तों, वो एक इंडिकेटर डिराइव हुआ है प्राइस और टाइम दोनों के साथ में. द पैरामीटर्स दैट यू सिलेक्ट फॉर MACD is actually the parameters should be derived out of time. So I'm sharing a few secrets with you. If you allow me, the parameter of RSI is selected as 14 parameter RSI का क्यों by default या widely accepted है? Do you know that? Do you know the answer to the fact that why 14 is the parameter for the RSI? The reason being the 14 is the parameter for the RSI because it is because of the lunar cycle. The lunar cycle is of 28 days. So 28 days का half अगर हम लेते हैं, that should be the parameter of your indicator, and that's why 14. So next time when you are selecting a moving average, just don't select 250, 20 moving average. Select a moving average which is half or 1/4 of the time cycle that you are following, and that will work much better as an indicator than anything else. And that's the reason I simply love talking about Ichimoku cloud, because Ichimoku cloud is such an indicator which is actually shifted. So the cloud itself is shifted on the right hand side by the period of 26, if I'm not mistaken. That shift on the right hand side is representing price shift behavior. Now I'll not be able to explain you very much in detail about it, but a price shift that happens represents the prices itself, and the intersection of Ichimoku with price is the area of significance. So I'll again repeat, Ichimoku cloud जो बनता है, that is not plotted. The cloud I am talking about, I'll show you on the chart. So let me go on the chart and share that across with you all. The very clear, and then I'll also talk about time, and I'll also talk about price, and I'm going to do that very quickly. So this is an Ichimoku cloud that you can see on the screen here. Now, if you are able to see this cloud, you can make out the hourly chart. Every single support by the prices is precisely on that cloud. Can you see that happening, guys? क्या masterpiece है यार. ये एक indicator, एक simple indicator जो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ यहाँ पे, where you can see the cloud support पे support लिया, यहाँ पे support लिया, support here, and look at the low today formed precisely at 18,660 level, and that's the support. The reason it works like magic is I'm going to reveal one time secret with you. Is it okay? I'm not getting into the detailed of time analysis, but I'm simply revealing a time secret. This is for someone who understand. इसके बहुत डिटेल में हम ये वीकेंड को करने वाले दोस्तों on this weekend Master of Cycles program में. So I'm just setting the tone for people who are part of this Master of Cycles. This is what the power of time I'm showing you right now is. So I'm just going to share across something very phenomenal and interesting. Just see here. If you're looking at the price chart, and if you are, okay, let me draw a proper line here. अगर आप प्राइस को देख रहे हो, and this is how the price is fluctuating, प्राइस इस तरीके से फ्लक्चुएट हो रहा है. This is the actual price. से ये निफ्टी है, निफ्टी दिख रहा है, ऐसे ही जा रहा है, ऊपर नीचे ऊपर नीचे ऊपर नीचे. That's nifty. Now this price of nifty, if I shift it on the right hand side by 26 days, समझो ये प्राइस को मैंने राइट में शिफ्ट कर दिया, ठीक है, and I draw another by half of the period of time cycle. If I shift and if I draw that, you know how is that going to look like? It's going to be exactly looking invert of what you are seeing here. So यहां से नीचे जाता है. So you will see this price a mirror image. That's the mirror image you are going to see because I shifted this price on the right hand side. थोड़ा difficult होगा आपको digest करने के लिए because मैंने आपको पूरा का पूरा time cycle का concept नहीं बताया. But this is the beauty. Simply imagine जो चीज यहां से शुरू होनी थी वो आपने यहां से शुरू की. So this is price and this is shifted price. P dash is a shifted price. जहां से शुरू होना था यहां से, लेकिन इसको राइट में शिफ्ट किया. दिस इज नोन एज अ, अगर आप इंजीनियर है समझ पाएंगे, फेज शिफ्ट. वी शिफ्टेड इट बाय अ फेज ऑफ 180 डिग्री. वी शिफ्टेड इट बाय अ फेज ऑफ हाफ ऑफ इट. ये शिफ्ट करने से क्या हुआ? ये शिफ्ट करने से ये जो प्राइस का पॉइंट है, दिस इटसेल्फ बिकम्स अ सपोर्ट. दैट्स व्हाट इचिमोकू डज. तो क्लाउड जो है दैट्स अ शिफ्टेड प्राइस. क्यों? क्योंकि क्लाउड का प्लॉट ही वैसा किया. Ichimoku cloud is plotted in such a way that it is shifted to the right hand side, and that's the reason why prices find support. तो ये अगर आप देख रहे हैं, this is Ichimoku cloud suppose, and this is price. And can you see the intersection? The points where they are meeting is the point where that is the most important support. And the day you see the intersection that has happened and cross over हो गया, अगर Ichimoku के नीचे प्राइस चला गया दोस्तों और Ichimoku cloud ऊपर आ गया, that's the time when we know the market is now on sell side. Are you getting it? So the basic indicator of Ichimoku is derived out of time. Phase shift is a concept of time, and this is not just it. The parameter of ROC, rate of change indicator, अगर आपने यूज किया, if I know there is a cyclical behavior. What is cyclical behavior? Time cycle होता क्या है कि यार approximately, if I can say approximately every 14 candles, or maybe every 20 candles, there is a tendency of prices to form a low. Every 20 candles अगर low बनने वाला है, rate of change of जो इंडिकेटर यूज करते हैं उसका पैरामीटर आप डिराइव कर सकते हो. सो यू कैन एक्चुअली कस्टमाइज द इंडिकेटर बेसिस ऑन टाइम साइकिल, बेसिस ऑन द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ टाइम. एंड टाइम साइकिल इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट व्हिच इज यूज्ड इन ऑर्डर टू आइडेंटिफाई इज देयर अ पॉसिबिलिटी फॉर मार्केट टू फॉर्म अ लो. लेकिन जैसे कि मैंने बताया, प्राइस के टाइम के साथ प्राइसेस भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. भाव भगवान छे, समय बलवान छे. सो both has to be combined together. That is very, very crucial. People only look at time. If you're looking only at time, then you look at time for every time frame. इसका मतलब आप अगर टाइम साइकिल को स्टडी कर रहे हो विदाउट लुकिंग एट एनीथिंग एल्स, खाली टाइम को ही फोकस करके, वन इंडिकेटर दैट आई वांट टू यूज फॉर लाइफ टाइम इज टाइम साइकिल. then deep dive into it, then you use a time cycle on 15 minutes, then you use time cycle on daily, then you use time cycle on weekly, and the cluster together of this time cycle is going to give you a classic trade setup. Then you don't need any single indicator. You trade only time. That is actually a true time trading technique where you are not combining, not cluttering with any other technique. The only one thing that you think is working is time. And it is possible for you to do that. The power of time is simply amazing. छोटे time frame पे it is more dynamic. मतलब you need to be very quick, fast and do that. बड़े time frame पे it is when I say bigger time frame, it can be a weekly time frame. It becomes such a phenomena for you to identify that area and invest in those stocks if you are looking at a bigger time frame. So it's very crucial to that. So right now, what you have to understand when you're looking at the concepts of time, what you have to understand is that you need to identify the period which is going to be helping us to understand when is the possible low going to form in the market. I'm going to share across something very interesting with you all, which is the 55 days time cycle. So similar to this time cycle, there is another time cycle. I'm just going to clear off my screen and I'm going to share that across with all of you. Do not go by the forecast that I am mentioning here. I'm simply trying to tell you the concept of time, because there is a time cycle on 6th of July basis of 55 days. 55 days time cycle is due on 6th of July. Kabhi due hai wo? 6th July ko. And why this is such an important information for us? Because we know the momentum in the market until 6th of July is going to be less. Ichimoku cloud, as I said, is a time cycle indicator. Why is that? I've already explained you. So you have to understand very clearly that basis of this Ichimoku cloud as an indicator, if you combine the concept of time and yahan par, this is the concept of time, your trading will be at a very different significant level. So if I now use an Ichimoku cloud as an indicator here, and I look at this cycle concept, there is a possibility, wave theory agar aapko aata hai, nahi bhi aata hai to zarurat nahi hai, we are in wave E as of now. This wave E will complete soon. We will have an F down, which will come towards the cloud. Cloud will take as a support. From the cloud, we will bounce back in the form of wave G. That is what the entire concept will help me to understand about time. कुछ समझ में आ रहा है आप लोगों को? So time cycle with Ichimoku cloud is one of the best combinations. If you know how to club that together and how to use that together, you can actually trade not only Nifty, not only Bank Nifty, Fin Nifty, you can apply it on options chart directly. You can apply it on stocks. You can apply for investment. You can do it for trading. You can do it for intraday. So the beauty about it is it's applicable. This is known as time fractal nature. This is the fractal nature of time. So time fractals क्या होता है? Time fractals means that जो technique method हम daily पे apply करें, same method, same technique हम 5 minutes पे apply कर सकते हैं. You know, that's the best part about time cycle that I love doing about, because whatever I am going to do, I can do that not only on daily time frame, I can do it on 5 minutes time frame, but then you have to be more dynamic when you're doing it on a 5 minutes time frame, because on 5 minutes time frame you have to have a quick action to the price action. जो भी price action हो रहा है, time के साथ confluence हो रहा है, you need to be very fast in acting. If you have this science with you, I'm telling you, the way you ever seeing the markets will be very different. Very different. You can, I keep getting a lot of discussions on the mentorship Telegram where we discuss about things, and I see phenomenal change in these people who are looking at these concepts, and the way they are trading is simply fabulous. I'm amazed to see how precisely people can actually adopt to this understanding of time, but you need to know how to apply it correctly. So these are all time indicators. Ichimoku cloud, KST, ROC, these are all time indicators. And we will create the exact sequence with the steps of these confluences that you have to see. And Narendra Mulani is here. He's saying, I traded today as per the time zone. You trade every time. He's a mentee from the latest patch, and he looks at time in a very, very amazing way. So point is that these concepts of time is something amazing. If you are an option writer, I do very, very aggressive option selling. If you are also selling options, and if you know market yahan se upar jayega ya sideways hoga, itna bhi pata chal gaya, you know what to do next with options. Because if you know that the market is going to go up or sideways, either ways option selling will make you money. If you know that 18,660 is the support, don't you think you can trade intraday so well if you can derive those levels yourself? Not mere tweet ke basis pe, but if you can derive those levels yourself, why don't you want to do that? So we are going to be covering a lot of these aspects of trading and investing in the Master of Cycles, which is happening on this weekend, which is Saturday, Sunday, 2 दिन का program है दोस्तों. And it's simply fabulous way of looking at the overall way in which the time works, in which the time can help you trade. And ये concept जो है वो difficult नहीं है, because I'm going to give you also a very, very clear trade setups looking at this Ichimoku cloud plus that Gann. Do you remember I have mentioned 18,838 is the Gann level which will keep pulling up the prices. I have mentioned that 18,838 is the pulling up the prices, and आज का hurdle भी सुबह mention किया था 18,838. Do you know where the Nifty high went later on? So the point I'm trying to make is that if you club this aspect of Gann, if you club these aspects of time, and it is simply fabulous. These levels that I derive, you can derive it yourself once you know the concepts of time, once you know the concept. So I'm asking you people, I'm taking a very quick poll. Are you a part of this wonderful journey of the Master of Cycles, which is going to happen over the weekend? This weekend, we have 2 days. So dosto, for all the participants of Master of Cycles, first thing, pre-session video देखना mandatory है. आपको pre-session video मिल गया होगा, नहीं मिला pre-session video, so you have to ensure you get the pre-session video right now. Call my team, do whatever it takes. You need to have that pre-session video, 1 hour of pre-session video देखना है before you come for the Saturday morning program. नहीं मिला, do not worry about it. Simply contact on 9920422202. My colleague will drop the number. Don't worry about it. पहला स्टेप आपको करना है, ये प्री सेशन वीडियो देखना ही है सैटरडे को 10 बजे ऑनलाइन प्रोग्राम में शुरू होने के पहले. Secondly, what you have to do, you have to be ready with the access to any trading platform that you are using. मतलब वो आपके पास ready होना चाहिए. Okay, that access you should have. Next, when we start with a very simple concepts of time. You don't need to have any understanding about technical analysis. कोई जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि हम जो स्टार्ट करने वाले वो कॉन्सेप्ट आपने सुना ही नहीं होगा. तो आपको पहले ट्रेडिंग आनी चाहिए, नहीं जरूरी है. क्या आप ऑलरेडी 20 साल से ट्रेड कर रहे हैं तो भी चलेगा, does not matter, because we want to increase that accuracy. After doing that, we will be then entering into the trade setup looking at time right from the weekly time frame, जहां पे आपको इन्वेस्टमेंट करना है. So why investment? अभी जैसे 24 जून वाले वीक में 85 वीक साइकिल आ रहा है, तो क्या देखना है, क्या हो सकता है। 6 जुलाई को 55 डे साइकिल आ रहा है, तो क्या करना है। वेडनेसडे को बैंक निफ्टी साइकिल आ रहा है, तो क्या करना है। मतलब एवरी सिंगल थिंग, if you want to build up as a time trader, hashtag time trader we call it, just the time trading, if you want to do, you can simply build up on the time trading. It does not mean FNO people, not investor or swing traders. This concept of time can be applied by anyone and everyone. If you want to invest, you can invest in stocks. If you want to trade, you can trade in those stocks. If you want to, I'll give you a classic example, just as an example. Suppose if you have a stock, say for example Reliance Industries. Reliance Industries का वीकली साइकिल है से 82 वीक्स का। आपको पता है रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज का 82 वीक में एक लो बनेगा, उसके बाद आपको बाइंग अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलने वाली। सो यू बॉट रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज का स्टॉक फॉर इन्वेस्टमेंट आफ्टर एवरी 82 वीक्स पीरियड। Now you have a smaller time cycle on Reliance Industries, which is of say 56 period daily time पे। Now what you are going to do, you are going to keep that untouched। जो इन्वेस्टमेंट हो गया उसको अनटच रखेंगे। 56 पीरियड पे आपको पता है कि every 56 period it forms a low। ITC every 56 period forms a low, for example, just an example। Now you will ensure to do an SIP of that for 56 period, so you slowly keep accumulating more of Reliance, बिकॉज बड़ा एक्यूमुलेशन आपने वीकली पे कर लिया, छोटा एक्यूमुलेशन आप डेली पे कर रहे हो। नाउ यू आर ट्रेडर ऑल्सो। यार क्या करे, ट्रेड के बिना मजा ही नहीं आता है मुझे। मतलब इन्वेस्टमेंट से जो पैसा कमाते हैं ना, उसमें उतना मजा नहीं आता जितना ट्रेडिंग से थोड़ा भी कमाया तो मजा आता है। होता है आपके साथ? मेरे साथ तो होता है कि यार इन्वेस्टमेंट में हाँ ठीक है बना लिया, क्या है ठीक है बन गया। ट्रेडिंग में बनाया तो ऐसा लगता है यार अभी तो मजा है, अभी तो गेम जीता है। दिस इज मोर लाइक thrill, right? More like an adrenaline rush that you get when you're trading. It's not there in the investment. But we are sensible people. We want to outbid the market. So when we outbid the market, we don't really want to do only things that we enjoy doing. Trading bhi karenge na. Once you have the Reliance SIP started, once you have the Reliance long-term investment started, now what you are going to do yourself? Now you come down to a 15 minutes time frame. Now on a 15 minutes time frame, you pledge those stocks of Reliance that you have already invested, raise margin against that, and you start trading options on the stocks of Reliance itself. Now you are using a 15-minute time frame in order to trade that stock. तो 15 minutes पे आके हम ऑप्शन सेल कर सकते हैं, ऑप्शन बाय कर सकते हैं। वी कैन प्ले अराउंड दैट। अगर व्यू बन रहा है यार शॉर्ट टर्म में रिलायंस नीचे जाने वाला है, शॉर्ट टर्म में मेरे पास होल्डिंग है, लेकिन टाइम साइकिल का सपोर्ट ब्रेक हो गया, what I'm going to do, I might start buying puts or I might start selling calls aggressively। तो होगा क्या, जो मेरा इन्वेस्टमेंट है उसी को मैंने फिर से यूज किया, उसको ही लिवरेज किया और उसी के ऊपर फिर ट्रेड किया। So what you are going to make at the end of the year is much more than what you would have made just by investing and not doing anything about it. That's what I keep telling my mentees. That's where the compounding power kicks in. That's how you have to do it. इट डज नॉट मैटर कि ऑप्शंस बाय करके उसी को डबल करना है। इन्वेस्टमेंट या ट्रेडिंग के लिए पोजीशंस जो आपने ली है 3 मंथ्स के लिए, मे बी मोमेंटम ट्रेडिंग, उसको भी आप अच्छे से लिवरेज करके ऑप्शन सेल करके भी कर सकते हो। बट दैट हैज टू बी डन विद टाइम। सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड these concepts not just because I am telling it. You need to apply these concepts and practice it and get these levels. So that कल मैंने सुबह ट्वीट नहीं किया, मेरा मूड नहीं है यार ट्वीट करने का, लेवल्स। कैन यू नॉट डिराइव इट योरसेल्फ? यू कैन डिराइव इट योरसेल्फ। आई कैन सी देयर आर ट्रेडर्स whom we created are doing phenomenal। At times I try and think यार मेरे को उनसे सीखना चाहिए, they did so well, I didn't see that, but they see it। So we create that traders, and that satisfaction for me of creating that traders is out of the world। So people feel competitive, they care how can a mentee make more money. For me the satisfaction is if they are able to make it, that's like a classic way, that's what you want, right? You want, so it does not matter because it's an ocean and everyone can be a part of this ocean। So the bottom line, let's not debate guys, so I was actually trying to tell you what we are going to do in the flow of Master of Cycles. I got deviated. So Master of Cycle is different than wave theory. It is different than neo wave. It is an independent study in itself, a complete trade system which you can have. Can I club with basic Bollinger Bands? Brilliantly, do that, because if you are using Bollinger Bands, why not? Can I club with, along with that, can I club it with Ichimoku cloud? We will club it with Ichimoku cloud, because Ichimoku cloud is a time indicator. We will club it with KST, which is a time indicator. We will club it with a customized indicator, जो हम खुद बनाएंगे. आप सब बना सकते हो वो customized indicator को, basis of the time cycle. That's what we are going to do here, and I'm super excited for everyone who is a part of this wonderful time trading community happening over the weekend. So we will start with the concepts of time. We'll then build up on the trade setup. I'm going to give you 5 trade setups that you should have on time. We will then build up on the next day. We will be looking at Gann. So it's a 2 days program. It's an online. आप नहीं attend कर पा रहे हो for whatever reason, does not matter, because we will be recording this for each one of you, and we will be giving it to you for a period of 15 days so that you can go through it again and again later. उसके बाद एक follow-up session भी होगा हमारा, जहां पर we will again see what all things happened, how you applied, how it worked, where it didn't work, what you have to do when it's not working. All of those things we are going to apply in the follow-up sessions with your Q&A. Plus, you will be able to post your charts in the traders forum, which you will have access to. Plus, you will be able to also learn it along with our research report, which we'll share across for the people who are a part of the Master of Cycles. So you can see it playing around along with the market movement, which is happening. So the time of it is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. You should not be watching your Netflix on a Friday evening or a Saturday evening. I'm going to avoid doing that, because I want to be fresh in the morning when I get up. I want to be alert. I do not want you to deviate from what we are going to do, because these 2 days is for yourself. And if you are not committed to creating a life-changing experience, I can help you, right? So you need to be committed to have that life-changing, life transformation experience. And I am going to make it happen for every single one of you. And we, as I said earlier also in the previous week, we want very limited participants. I've told my team already, we do not want to exceed what we want to take, because I will answer each and everyone's question in that event of 2 days, which is happening on Master of Cycles. So I'm asking you all, are you a part of this wonderful journey of Master of Cycles, creating time traders, which I'm not sure anyone is doing, but this is going to be amazing. Are you a part of that? I just want to know that. And you will receive the Excel sheet also about it, about what are the cycle times. So before I forget, a stock Excel sheet with a predefined cycle, I will give it to you. Do not worry about it. और हम वो साथ में बनाएंगे दोस्तों. हम stocks पे भी apply करेंगे, हम commodities पे भी apply करेंगे. We will apply it. We will have ample of time. Don't worry. 2 days time cycle के लिए बहुत हो गया. So क्योंकि एक बार वो टेक्निक समझ में आ गई, वो पीरियड कैसे आया, वो 85 कैसे आया यार, वो 55 कैसे आता है, वो टेक्निक समझिए, और स्टार्टिंग कहाँ से करना है. You just are thrilled to have that experience. It's amazing. I saw any questions. Jaswinder Singh has a question here. Sure, my colleague will share across the link. Don't worry about it. Whatever query. The poll is still ongoing, by the way. And there is one more question about it. The auspicious time 1 p.m. का था. I have learned from your webinars. 1 p.m. का auspicious time था. उसको आपने अप्लाई किया, देखा उसका मैजिक? We'll discuss that much more in detail over the weekend. Don't worry about it. The magic works, right? So I'm going to do that. The link available for the date 10th June. I'm not sure 10th June kaun sa tha. So the last to last weekend wala. Oh no, that's private, so we can't really do that. Okay, that's not possible to do it. Okay, there is another question. Do we require any software for master of cycles? No, no software required. Just maybe use TradingView or use whatever software you have. Does not matter. You don't have to buy anything right now, because जो भी हम technique करने वाले, that will be applicable. You will be able to get it on the free software also. So no software is required. There is another question over here. Sir, can I also apply it on USD INR? Of course. What makes you say INR पे वो नहीं चलेगा? You can definitely apply it on USD INR. We will do that. We are going to do that. Vishal is asking, is it simple to apply or is it complex method? It is simple to apply and people are trading it, to be honest. And I am going to give you a specific trade setup on Ichimoku, KST and time. You need to just use that trade setup and it is easy. So no complex rules. It is comparatively very easy as compared to wave theory. I don't want to say that, but it is a much easier way of looking at it. Okay, कल का view क्या है? All of those things I'll tweet it across. Don't worry. So keep following my Twitter handle, by the way. I'll tweet that across too as well. Okay, I can see there is a question here. One, I'm taking a last final question. Metropolis Healthcare blasted, right? I gave that on CNBC. Okay, there's a question, sir. How do you give these stocks on Telio? वही तो Metropolis दिया भी मैंने. See, the point is what I'm trying to tell you. These stocks follow their own independent time behavior. If you, and I will tell you, if you have an eye for time, you don't really have to. It takes fraction of seconds, not fraction, I'll say few seconds, for you to look at a chart and see there is a rhythmic behavior. A rhythm, it's like a heartbeat. You know, if something goes off, you know it goes off. It's like a heartbeat. So time is heartbeat of the market. And if you know time, you know the heartbeat of the market. You can be off on occasions. So it's going to be very easy. Don't worry about it. It's the heartbeat. And if you understand and learn about this heartbeat, you are going to be amazed to do that. Okay. After complete this course, can I be profitable? Oh, wow. That's a $1 million question. Bottom line क्या है? क्या ये सिक्के में पैसा कमाऊंगा? I don't know. Are you disciplined? Are you committed to follow the process that I give it to you? Are you committed to use a stop loss? Are you committed to simply not deviate from what is asked? If that's the case, are you committed to keep your losses short? Are you committed to let your profits run? If you follow the instructions to the end to end, yes, on an annual basis, you will make money. Will I make money the very next day I attend this course? I don't know. Market should be rewarding. Market should be, should be conducive. It's not always us who goes wrong. The market environment ही नहीं है वैसा. For example, market sideways में है और आप option buy करके bet कर रहे हो, तो पैसा बनेगा क्या दोस्तों? नहीं बनेगा. ट्रेंड में है और आपने कॉल बाय किया है, पैसा बनेगा ना? सो मार्केट भी तो सपोर्ट करना चाहिए. Why people, why traders always think it is them, it is their mistake? It's not always that way. It's not always our mistake. It's because the market environment is such. If I am long and suddenly कोई न्यूज आया, एक स्पाइक नीचे आया, मेरा स्टॉप ट्रिगर होके चला गया, हो गया, बिग डील, who cares? ठीक है, होता है. That's why the stop loss, right? So you should be confident, and as I say, time makes you fearless. So do you want to be a fearless trader? If yes, then you are a part of Master of Cycles. You should be a part of Master of Cycles if you want to be a fearless trader. It's simply amazing. I am getting so many questions. I just can't take any more. I've already taken a lot of questions here. Do we have a check option chain data for option trading? You can check option chain data, but first preference is time. And once you have the time in your favor, then apply everything else that you are doing. Option chain, you apply RSI, you apply Bollinger Bands, you apply everything. First, time. That's the aim. You know, another secret I'll tell you. Why Nifty is not just going up and away? Because the 55 days time is not supporting it. 55 days time has entered into the sell mode of it. So the smaller time cycle is trying to push it up. But the bigger cycle is not allowing it to generate that momentum. At the same time, 85 week is a much bigger cycle which is going on. So, you know, that's how you have to look at the confluence of time. होता है ना यार, एक जगह से पुल आ रहा है ऊपर का, एक जगह से नीचे का पुल आ रहा है, तो यार ड्रैग हो रहा है मार्केट, दिख रहा है ड्रैग होते हुए. एंड ये आज मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. I have mentioned about it 2 weeks back. If you attend my Friday at 4 webinar, I have told about it 2 weeks back. Market will be drifting. The reason I said it will be drifting behavior hota hai upar niche, because there is a conflict. One cycle is topping out, the other cycle is pushing up. There is a conflict, which means momentum will be less, which means this is the time where you have to sell options, or there is a time where you have to buy covered call option, or this is the time where you have to sit out and enjoy what you made during the momentum period of the market. Or maybe just simply select the stocks which are in momentum, forget the index for a few days. So there are multiple ways to get there, you know. There are multiple ways to reach there, and we will make it happen together. Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining in. So be a part of this Master of Cycles program, which is happening on the weekend. And if you have anything, any query, do not hesitate to reach out to me. The number is dropped by my colleague. You can just get in touch with me. And once you do that, you will see a transformation has started. And you will become not anxious about trading. You will enjoy trading because it is actually fun. And the fun comes when you make money, right? If you lose money, it's not fun. I know that. But if market does what you actually anticipated, that's the beauty of the entire program. And post the webinar, as I said, post the 2 days, there will be a support system that we have as a follow-up session, as a traders forum, and I'm there on Twitter any which ways. So you can always reach out to me. Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining in. Love talking to you all. We are in interesting cusp of the market. 55 days is topping out. 15 minutes is pushing up. There is a conflict, and I'm keeping a close watch on 18,660. I'm keeping a close on 18,838. Those are our Gann levels. More discussion about it over the weekend, and you will be able to do that because I also enjoy talking to people who understand this concept, because then the frequency matches, right? Then the frequency matches. Thank you very much for joining in. Ashish Kyal taking off here, and see you soon again over the weekend on 24th and 25th of June. Thank you.